Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's Wednesday, April 17th. So I thought today we would talk about just our typical day yesterday of how we're seeing a lot of new customers and where those customers are coming from. So stay tuned. It'll be that and a little bit extra, but it's all related to small engines, so hang tight. All right, so welcome back. My name is Eric, if you didn't already know that, and this is the weekday, Monday through Friday. We normally have a daily upload of something going on. Uh, and hopefully it's something that you enjoyed listening to or watching because we do have the educational, the weekday, and personal development podcasts that even today with this video coming out, it's also going to be available on the podcast for the weekdays. So hopefully it's getting to everybody that has any interest in it or likes to be put to sleep with me talking. I'm not sure, but so what we're seeing is not only are the customers coming earlier, because normally we're still out into, you know, our big push probably is in May, but April starts off anyways. And we actually started in March with a lot of our old customers saying, why don't you go ahead and pick it up and do a service on it now before the season starts going, which has been very helpful for us, because it's been a slow time, a slow winter. Most of the tractor repair jobs that I had lined up for the winter, which Claude and I do in the winter months to have a stable income, ended up having to bow out. And they didn't bow out because of anything we had to do with it. It all come down to dollar and cents. They didn't have that disposable income anymore to fix dad's tractor or grandpa's tractor. So just said, they come to me and said, really, I can't afford to right now. And I understand that. I understand how you've got a paycheck and it only goes just so far, right? And if your paycheck isn't covering your basics anymore, it's crazy. And hopefully it'll get turned around. I mean, we're almost up to $4 a gallon gas again, just for the cheapy, ethanol fuel. And not a month ago, I was paying right around 3. What's changed? Oh, they're going to say it's the war with Israel and Iran and the Soviets with Ukraine. And it's all bullshit. We have the reserves here to where we don't need their oil. But getting back, I'm getting off topic. I had to get on my little steppy stool for a minute. But I started having customers. I don't know whether they heard that things were slow or whether, the good Lord is just looking out for us. But I've got this one customer, Kiki, and she's like, you need to get a hold of my sister. This was last week. Her sister-in-law. And they had the brand new Cub Cadet, 2 years old. So we got theirs done back to them last week. And they were thrilled. They got new blades, full service, ready to go. And as always, we take the parts with us. We show them the blades. We show them the oil filter, fuel filter, all that. Ask them if they want to keep it. If not, we'll take care of it. But it's through word of mouth. It's from customers that have been happy and satisfied. And some that we have added in the last couple of years. with a lot of businesses, the bulk of their money is in advertising. Their advertising budget. They're thinking they got to spend X number of dollars per day, per week, per month, just advertising to the general public about who they are, where they are, what they have to offer, and the sales they have going on. That's fine if you got a big advertising budget. Mine, we don't have an advertising budget other than me advertising. And me advertising to anyone that will listen, giving them cards out, letting them know, we're slow right now. If you want to get it in, get it out. But the bulk is from our core group of customers reaching out to other people, telling them how great we were to work with and how we treated them. And if you've watched any of my videos, I treat my customers as my friends, and they are. A customer is just a friend I haven't met yet. But I don't stop at their lawnmower. I'm more interested in them, And they pick up on that. Somebody is in their corner, all right? And maybe you don't have that style. It's okay. There's numerous styles. And no one of them is right. It's whatever works for you, right? Well, what's worked for me is they're actually telling their family and friends about us. And those are the people that we're seeing early. And I talked with a few of the other shops locally, and they're still saying it's still slow. They don't have a waiting list setting out in the yard. They do have some warranty they have to get done, but their mechanics right now are putting together, or I should say, assembling crated lawnmowers and stuff for the summer, which is handy because that gives them another way to keep their mechanics busy when the slow periods are, right? Start bringing crates in, breaking them down, getting them ready for the summer months. Well, we even had a customer yesterday that I had never met come from another shop. I mean, they were looking for a part, and the flywheel, and the flywheel key looked good. They were saying it was a little bit worn, or my friend has said from the other shop has said it was a little bit worn, and he didn't know how to fix that, and he didn't have a good use when it come off push mower, and it was aluminum. So after visiting with the two for a little bit, I found a workaround. Why not just use square stock instead of using the key, and that would snug it up. But I don't think that was their problem anyways, because it just didn't add up to what they were talking about. Yesterday we ended up picking out 5 riders, 2 pushes, and a weed trimmer. We also went to a customer's camp. He's got a party bar. He's just been having problems starting as far as the carburetor, so we went there. The 2 tires are flat on it, so we got to go back and jack it up. The canvas looked like swimming pools. We had to drain the water off. And I made the decision, let's just go back up with the jack, put the compressor in the back of the truck with the generator, do it right, get it up so that the tires are pumped up, get it to the shop where I can get access to tools instead of trying to work at it there. Because if I get it to the shop, I can just back it up, put the water fins on it, so I can run it to adjust the carburetor and stuff. But I think his problem is he buys the ethanol fuel, and he does treat it 50-1 for his 2-stroke outboard. This is where I'm going to try some of your stuff, Jason. Your additive. see if that would help his situation. And then I got back from there. I had another customer texting me wanting to know if I could work on their lawnmower, and also a four-wheeler they thought was a bad relay. So it's like, you want us to pick it up, or are you going to pick it up? Or are you going to bring it here? And she's like, no, I'll bring it to you. So yesterday I still was able to knock out. We got the tire back on the tractor for the new rear seal on the Kubota 4330 compact. And that's all ready to go home. We just got to give it a test drive, make sure everything's going to hold up. I got a push mower in, a weed eater in and out. I got a video on the lawnmower. It's going to be put up today sometime. It's just how to service a lawnmower, what we do. And I was also able to get done a complete service on a Cub Cadet LT Series rider and a Troy-built snowblower. So things are moving along pretty good now in the shop. It's just coming in and going out. So for you guys that have shops or you're doing it nights and weekends, have you seen a pickup in your area as far as customers bringing their stuff to get it done, or are you going and getting it? Now, one topic we can cover for the rest of this video is pick up and drop off. Is it feasible? And it all depends on the dealership, on you as a shop. It's one of those deals, feast or famine. If you've got plenty of work and customers are getting it to you, I wouldn't monkey with it. But if the bulk of your customers don't have a way to get it to you without paying somebody else, and you've got the time, it's better to go get it fixed, get it back, and then charge a nominal fee for picking it up and dropping it off. And one way to do that is, instead of freeing up either, because in the last few years we've mounted winches on everything. I'll be honest with you, because one, we're getting older, and if we have a no start, we just hook a chain or a winch cable to it, winch it up onto the trailer. So one of the other ways you can do that is, a lot of seniors are looking for ways to supplement their income. And seniors, I'll be honest with you, retirees, there's still a lot of people out there in really good shape, and they want to work. They don't really want to work, but their retirement just ain't covering it, right? So they're looking for part-time work. And a lot of them would jump at the chance of you supplying a truck, a trailer, and giving them addresses of where to go pick up stuff and where to drop stuff off. And that works best because we have all different size trailers. The one I like the best is the 18-footer, because if we can fill that in one swap out and about, you're going to make money on that one. On the smaller one, where you can get maybe a lawnmower, where if you're lucky, you might be able to get 2 lawnmowers on, but the 18-footer, you can get quite a bit of stuff on. And that's how we were doing it with Tractor Supply, when it come to the further stores that were further out, is call me when you could fill that trailer. And that way I don't have to charge you an arm and leg for pick up and drop off on each unit. If it's a solid load, I can cut you guys a break, because with Tractor Supply, their employees get a certain percentage of the profits. All right, it's the easiest way I know how to say it. And if their store does really well in sales, but they have a lot of returns or stuff that needs to be fixed, and we submit a bill, that affects their bottom dollar of that month. If we submit all those bills for that month, and let's say it's $1,000, now that's $1,000 off the profit that the business, that store, took in. And for some of the stores, they tried working on it themselves to try to save the labor costs. Or they would just deep discount them, and you see them parked at the front of the store or in their racks where they have, sales going on. Buying it as is, where is. But they were making the mistake of taking the units back to start with. But they thought by sending it to us, it should be covered under warranty. And, warranty does not cover operator error or stupidity, right? So, and the other way is to see up here distance. We travel. I mean, we've gone to get tractors 2.5 hours away. Yeah, and brought them back. But the big thing is travel. And for you guys that are located closer to, populated cities and stuff, that probably is not going to be a factor. But, for our shop, the closest grocery store is 13 miles away. So everybody's kind of spread out. And what I try to do is when we start doing the pickups, and more so with the drop-offs, with the pickups, I try to get somebody lined up in a certain area or that direction of travel of where I'm going and coming back. Are they on my route, or do I have to make a big horseshoe, So that could kill you if you're just doing like a 1 or 2 lawnmower pickup instead of a trailer load. If that trailer is not loaded, you're not making money. You're just getting shop work in. And sometimes you have to do that just to get the work in. So I'm curious how you guys are doing it. Are you still relying on people dropping stuff off? Because it'd be easier for a person to drop off a push mower, right? Been a rider, they can put a push mower in the back of their cars. They fold down. All right, so I'm going to start wrapping this up. So, I'm kind of curious of how you guys are doing it and how you guys are doing so far with shop work. On that note, you guys have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for watching.